Hello, my name is Patrick Doherty. I'm a writer and the author of the novel Waves of Grace. Waves of Grace is a young adult novel. The novel is about a 14-year-old surfer girl named Marguerite McGregor, and the setting is in the Outer Banks, North Carolina. I will read the first chapter of the novel, the first excerpt. Chapter 1. Blankness, nothingness, emptiness of emotion. Marguerite sat on the tip of her longboard. The tail and back fin hung dangling just above the sand. The ankle leash that connected her right leg to the fiberglass vessel snaked up to the back of the board. She looked at it with a desultory glance. She did not want to form a thought now, nor feel any emotion. She let the sound of the breaking waves and the occasional cry of a seagull fill her mind. Out of breath and half exhausted after being in the water for 2 hours, Marguerite stared at the outer break of waves, her theme park ride for the last 7 years. To put her own thoughts into motion would just cause more pain and tears, and she had had enough of that. More than enough. Too much, she thought at times. Too much bad luck in the last few years. Too much fighting with her mom. Too much of nobody being there for her. Too much of school teachers coming down on her for not living up to her potential. Too much of Rick. God, what does my mother see in him? Too much to sort out. This moment by the shore was her temporary defense. Just sit and look. With her forearms crossed in front of her chest and her elbows on her knees, she looked down at the sand that dotted the right forearm of her black and blue wetsuit. Her hands were trembling from the fall chill, and she looked at the pink scar on the upper right part of her wrist by her thumb muscle. Its color was shifting to light purple, and she could feel her teeth chatter slightly. The cold weather indicator shows it's time to get back in the water, girl. She looked at the scar with a sort of half pride, a built-in water thermometer. It was also the mark of a faded past, a mark of her resilience. Scarred and bruised I go through life, she voiced internally, and scarred and bruised I tough it out. Marguerite stood up, grabbed her surfboard, and tucked the inside rail under her left armpit. She untangled her leash and started for the shore break again. The waves had cleaned up considerably and now broke in nice 5-foot glassy faces. Time for one more session. She found hope in those waves. Marguerite knew that much. Hope for a better life than what she was stuck with now. She had to get out of the box of chaos and turmoil that surrounded her. Its walls were becoming thicker, more ominous, and closer to concrete. She needed an escape, and soon. For now, hope was 50 yards out in front of her, just beyond the sandbar.